Yo, what up? It's Donut, and you tuning in to all your Illuminati news. I am streaming for the first time on Facebook, so I want to make sure that that is working. And I hope everybody's doing good. And let's get right into the show.
Danger. Danger. Danger.
Yo, what up? It's Donut, and you tuned into all your Illuminati news. We are streaming on Facebook, first time ever. This is amazing, and on YouTube on the backup channel. We're gonna get into some Illuminati news, some Yelanunnaki. Yes, the Yelanunnaki. Some UFO stuff as well, and symbology. But before we start, make sure you hit that like button. Or also, since we on Facebook, make sure you hit that heart button. These emojis on Facebook first off was DARPA LifeLog. And then that was like a military thing. And then when that program ended, Facebook eventually showed up. And the Facebook logo is the two ball cane, which was John D. We're going to get into that. The occult symbols for the occult winter, December 6th. Something interesting I saw on December 6th is that it's a moment of global darkness. Most of the world will be nighttime on December 6th. I thought that was kind of interesting. But make sure you hit that like button. Let's get to the comment section real quick. I mean, oh my God, it's going by so fast. Hello, Ohio. Hello, all. Good day. Thank you. Good day, everybody. Thank you very much. Blessings from Washington. What's up? Netherlands. What up, Netherlands? Faith over fear. I like that. I like that a lot. Yo, what's up, Gone Girl? Oh, send me love. Send me love. Thank you. All right, let's get right into it. Let's get right into it. So the elites do things on astrological alignments, and December 6th, it doesn't seem like an important day at all. They're just a scientific study that most of the world will be in a moment of darkness, global darkness, and just made me think of the dark winter. As we're coming up onto Saturnalia, which is also Christmas, and if you look at Kim Kardashian's photo of the Saturnalia party with Elon Musk, Travis Scott, Quavo of the Migos, Kanye West. I mean, it seems like all these people at this party are all going through some sort of ritual for Saturnalia. But this took place, well, this will take place December 6th, and that is when the Altamont happened, the free Altamont concert. If you don't know about this concert, this is what was one of the leading causes next to Charles Manson, Helter Skelter scenario, the ending of the hippie movement. You had the Grateful Dead there. You had Santana there. The Grateful Dead was one of the biggest manufacturers of LSD, and this LSD movement was pushed by the Beatles in the Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club album. This was the change. The Query Boys, right here, that's what their name was, the Query Boys, to the LSD taking, pushing the drugs. And LSD was a huge MK Ultra drug being pushed to these artists is what controls the culture. They have the ability to influence more so than a politician does. And this album is so fascinating, and it's super connected to, I feel like, what's going on today with Kanye. As on this album cover, it was supposed to have Jesus and Hitler on it. And Kanye, in his recent interview, was talking about Jesus and Hitler a lot in it. So this Altamont concert was the end of the hippie movement. It took place in 1969 on December 6th. And then the hippie movement ended. And then what happened? We got disco. Disco, baby. And then when they wanted to end that movement, they had the disco demolition at a baseball game. And baseball, I mean, it's super symbolic. You got the square and compass right here. But a lot of sports is connected to the simulacrum, as the gladiator games, the FIFA games, and all this. Even a war was launched off because of a football game. Football games, sports games, is a distraction for a ball. You're playing with the ball, right? Ball means Lord. Shout out to Tommy Truffaut. I learned that in his last video. I learned so much from a lot of channels, especially over the last month or two. So if I don't give one of y'all channels a shout out, I'm sorry, but I mean, I've been just learning a lot. We got a ton of people in here right now. So make sure you hit that like button. What up, Tiara from Niagara Falls? Lori C. Hello. Hello, Russell. Hello, Ohio, Michigan, all over the world. We're all over the world. UK Patriots are watching. Hello, hello, hello. So if you're just tuning in, we are going to get into some crazy, crazy symbology with the Yelanunaki. The Yelanunaki. But first off, we're kind of talking about how movements end and connecting it into what's going on right now. We're going into a new era, it seems like. A new era. And music is used for bringing into this new era. Just like the Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club album, which is Aleister Crowley. You even see him in the corner. And then they put out the Beatles' White Album, their 9th album. This was the end that psychedelic movement. And this Beatles album is what made Charles Manson, who was this hippie, go on a sacrificial killing into people in Hollywood. And he was connected with the Beach Boys and the CIA and LSD and mind control and MK Ultra. And he wanted to bring a race war. And it's pretty weird. But this 9th studio album came out, just like Migos, their 9th song. 9th is the completion number, 1 to 9. There was 9 original Knights Templars. If you look at the Migos Infinity Chain Links album, the 9th song was called 203, and Takeoff died at 203 on November 1st, I believe, which was So When on the occult calendar wheel. Because the elites, the people who are interested into the occult, do things on certain days. And December 6th will be the darkest day, global darkness for the dark winter. And that's when the Altamont happened. So you can see how there's the Altamont, which was a violent event. LSD was involved in it. This was the end of the hippie movement. It was also filmed by George Lucas. That footage wasn't released, but he was there filming it. He created Star Wars, and Star Wars was a big part of the Theosophical Society. What is that? Theosophy. Well, when Kanye, or I should just say the Anunnaki, tweeted this image that got him banned, it reminded me a lot of Theosophy, the Theosophical imagery. But the imagery was actually from Raelism, the UFO cult. It was a UFO religion. And that's where that symbol's coming from. And they are the people in charge of this UFO cult who created Clonade. We hear about a lot of these rappers and so getting cloned. Well, the timeline of Clonade is very interesting. First, they came out in the 90s and said, I believe it was 96, and said, we cloned our first human. And then right after that, Bill Clinton came out and he was like, yo, we ain't going to do no more cloning operations with the government no more, because this was a big story. Only for the private sector. And then George Bush, part of Skull and Bones, came out, said, we're going to end cloning. But he never signed it. No president ever signs to end cloning. And the FDA approves clone meat. We got clone food people are eating. Where is that? Here's a couple slides. We're going to get into a lot of stuff connecting with the Anunnaki. But the FDA has concluded that meat, milk from cow, pig, goat clones and offsprings of the animal of clones are safe as food we eat every day. So they don't have to tell us, the FDA, if we're eating cloned meat. So this image that Kanye tweeted is connected to this cloning operation and this UFO cult. And we're going to get even deeper, because the speech that he was talking about, this gets so deep that it goes deeper than the surface layer stuff, I think. The UFO stuff is heavily connected with the Nazis. So him tweeting this UFO stuff, talking about the Nazis, the cloning stuff, very, very interesting. The Vril aliens, the Vril energy. But this looks a lot like Theosophy too, as you got all the different symbols together. And Theosophy was a huge part of alien stuff in the occult, and even in America. Henry A. Wallace was the 33rd vice president. You'll see that 33 pop up a lot. He was the 33rd vice president. He was also a 32nd degree Freemason, and he died on November 18th, the 322 day of the year, the day the Illuminati founder died. He was a big part of Theosophy. He was a Theosophist. And he's the guy who put the Illuminati dollar bill, pyramid, the pyramid, going back to Pyra, the fire volcano. He put this on the U.S. silver certificate. As America was founded in 1776, and they had it on the coinage, the all-seeing eye pyramid stuff. Hey, that's when the Illuminati was founded too, 1776. Just a coincidence, though. This guy, the 33rd vice president, is the guy who put it on the U.S. silver certificate on the U.S. dollar bill, where it says Novus Order Seclorum, which is New World Order, which Elon Musk, the Anunnaki, has on his jacket at the Met Gala. It's just super in your face. And he's going to be microchipping everybody. Microchipping everybody. But this goes into some alien stuff as well. This goes into Agartha. And shout out to, I learned this from Joshua Abraham. So shout out to Joshua Abraham. Agartha is even on the dollar bill. Even George Washington on the dollar bill resembles Adam Weishaupt, the founder of the Illuminati. They look very identical. But this Agartha, if you look on the outside edge of this circle, is the hollow earth. This is huge in the Theosophical Society, which these presidents are part of, and that's what this is. Agartha and the city of Shambhala, and this is where the real aliens, the energy, and the UFOs are all at the North Pole. I mean, it gets weird. It gets into some weird stuff, but that's what they believe. And we're going to get even more deeper into it, but I like to give me a little plug right now. Make sure you go support us if you like this information. We got videos up on the Patreon. We got the official Patreon, $4.99, cheaper than a bag of Skittles. You get a bunch of exclusive content. Or you can get the all access Patreon that comes with a PDF. And I'm going to be releasing this month a breakdown of how to build a YouTube channel with the thumbnails and the strategies that I use that I've been doing for over 8 to 10 years with other YouTube channels, bringing them to big channels. But we got a bunch of videos up there. We get deep in the research, and it's the best way to support us. So I got the link down below. Just want to give that shout out. Make sure you hit this like button, and we're going to get into Agartha. We're going to get into the Anunnaki. Isn't that a dope term? Salute, Robin. What's good? Rachel. Hello, Rachel. Let me bring my face up. Yo, it's Donut. Oh, I'm so happy I'm live streaming on Facebook. I've never done this before. Hello, Canada. Hello, Ohio. Hi, Lissy Kind. Hello, Dale. Hi. Hello. Hello, Lori. UK. What's up, UK? What's up, Chicago? Hello, Justin. Thank you, Michael. I'm just catching my breath before we get into more information. What's up, Carlos from Canada? All right, let's get back into the info. So Agartha, this is like the hollow earth, according to the Theosophical Society, which a lot of these elites believe in, where there's an alien race, a land of the advanced races. You can see here, and this gets into some way deeper stuff. This is a video on its own, which goes into Aryan and Semitic like battles as well, which is pretty interesting. So here's Rayleighism. It's that logo that Kanye showed. It's a UFO religion. They're really pushing the UFO agenda, especially for the year of the rabbit coming up in 2023. When all this stuff started going down with Kanye, he wore the 2023 hat on Tucker Carlson, which is 322. Has the 322 in it, and we're going to see that popping up a lot as we are coming into 2023, year of the rabbit. In at Yale, where Skull and Bones is, where George Bush went to. Kanye is the guy who said George Bush, doesn't love black people. During Hurricane Katrina, he always coming out and say George Bush was part of Skull and Bones at Yale. And his Prescott Bush as well, I think his like great grandfather, whatever, funded Nazis as well. I believe. It goes into some Carol Quigley Anglo-American establishment stuff that I'm researching, mixing in the occult and what's going on. It's crazy. Rudolf Steiner wrote about Helen Blavatsky coming to America, and she was amazed with how the political process is super connected with the occult. But so what I'm trying to get at is that this symbol that Kanye tweeted is this UFO cult that created Clonaid, which was cloning people. And you can see the Boys from Brazil film was about cloning Adolf Hitler. And you can see that logo right there. It's the same as Clonaid. And they cloned 94 different Adolf Hitlers in these movies. These movies sort of tell you the truth in a sense. Here's a movie, Invincible, which showed how the Nazis were very into the occult as well and channeling things. And this was released by Channel 4 Films. I don't know. You got channeling. This is what people used to do, is channel. And people are still doing it today. I mean, Kim Kardashian channels Marilyn Monroe with her hair. Channeling Marilyn Monroe. Marilyn Monroe was whacked with JFK. She was on Hollywood sets talking about UFO files. And that is why they were raiding Mar-a-Lago with Trump, was looking for the UFO files. So the Vril, this alien race, this is what really launched off esoteric Nazi stuff in the Thule Society. And they would channel the Vril, which were these aliens that lived in this Agartha, or in the north, or Hyperborea. There's a lot of different words for it. In the Thule Society, Thule meaning Thule is Greek for a land in the farthest north. Nazi mystics, Hyperborea. It was somewhere near the north. That's what Hyperborea is. And that's what Thule means. And if you check out this Hyperborea map, these 4 different squares and the volcano in the middle, you can see it on Epstein Island as well. The Hyperborea, as this was Zorro Ranch on Epstein Island, where they're doing cloning using cow embryos for the elites. And it's that same Hyperborea. Because I think they're all working together. I think that we are the pawns in the game, falling into identity politics and stuff like that. Mystics talked about this as well. This was called Black Rock. That's what this was right here. I mean, this is super ancient. And then in the middle is the volcano. It's the North Pole, the most north. And it's a 33-mile wide black rock. It's crazy. It's crazy. I'm going to take another deep breath. How's everybody doing? We're going to get more into the Vril. As you can see right here, we got Avril Lavigne. She's known to be cloned. Kanye posts the cloning stuff, talking about the aliens. You can see the connections start connecting. Make sure you hit that like button. Okay, Balenciago. Ball means Lord, which is very weird. Hello, Colorado, India, Oklahoma, all over the world. Yo, it's Dowzone. So, Avril Lavigne, her name is Avril, the Vril channeling. Even Kanye told Alex Jones, he was like, yo, let me channel. Channeling the Vril is what the Thule Society was doing, and that's what led to the Nazi Party. And that's what like Kanye was all talking about. I believe there's something way, way deeper going on right now that they're preparing us for this UFO stuff. We're hearing about the UFO files being released. We're hearing about the Twitter files being released. Twitter, Elon Musk is directly connected to the rocket program that was brought here by Operation Paperclip, which were the Nazis that were tunneled through rat lines to come here to work for the U.S. To build these different rockets. That Elon is now building these rockets, and Elon is connected with Kanye, very close friends, even though he banned him. It's all just a fake storyline. People think Elon is going to save them and put this guy going to put microchips in your brain. First off, he's connected to the rocket program, and the guy who came over here, Werner von Braun, Operation Paperclip. Right here, you can see him. Let me make this bigger. This is the guy who wrote and worked for Disney. Here's with all the Nazis. He came over here in Operation Paperclip. He wrote a book about a man titled Elon who will colonize Mars. And he came over here and worked for Disney. Here's him and Walt Disney working together. They give us the fake space, the whole storyline. And then Kanye gets canceled by Elon when he has 322 million followers. He got the 322 skull and bones right there. But look at Kanye. Not Kanye. Look at Elon. Was he cloned? People say, yo, he's cloned, right? Well, he's just a created person. Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle's huge in this Anunnaki story. He was known to be cloned, looking way different, just like Elon. And also, Avril Lavigne was known. Avril Lavigne was replaced by a clone. This is an old story. People have been talking for a long time. What's up, Ireland? So, Avril Lavigne works with Blink 182 members. That's who's rising her back up into power. Blink 182 is heavily connected to the UFO agenda with secret societies as well. So, Blink 182, who is releasing the Tic Tac video, the Tic Tac incident, the UFO files that we are seeing right here. It's interesting they called it a Tic Tac UFO because tic tac toe comes from 322 Skull and Bones, New Haven, the 9 square districts with the 33, 3 across, 3 going down. And Blink 182 also is the bunny. The bunny is connected to the moon. We did this whole breakdown you could check out on this channel on how the bunny is connected to the moon, and we're going into the year of the rabbit. And you can see it's a swastika. The bunny is a swastika for Blink 182. We're going into the year of the rabbit. They're going to show some sort of alien invasion. So on this Mad Magazine issue 182, you can see right here, 182, they show the bunny coming out of the hat, just like the president right here, the 33rd president wearing the hat, the magician hat, secret society G behind him and all this. The 33 president, Truman, he was in office when the Roswell incident happened, July 8th, 1947, where a UFO crashed in Roswell. Well, this wasn't a UFO from outer space. This was like Nazi German alien technology. So you can see how it leads up with these secret societies all connected to it. As Tom DeLonge of Blink-182 is part of secret societies. He's the guy who's releasing these classified files that aren't supposed to be released. You got Nixon right here throwing up the Illuminati hand gesture to the Apollo 11 mission. You got The Shining, because Stanley Kubrick filmed the moon landings, right? They didn't live stream it. That makes no sense. And in this kid from The Shining, Doctor Strange, he's got the Apollo 11 right there. Little hints. And in the movie Eyes Wide Shut, as Doja Cat just had her Eyes Wide Shut party, and she's also connected with Grimes. They're in the music video together, and they hang out together. Grimes is connected with Elon. It's one of his many wives, because they are planting their seed in as many people as possible. That's what Epstein was doing at that Zorro Ranch. He was trying to spread their seed all over the place. But in this movie, Eyes Wide Shut, they show the Star of Ishtar all over the place. And in my research, this Ishtar star, it's Polaris, and it shows up in every single culture. And Christmas is coming up. It's the Star of Bethlehem as well. It's the compass. It's the North Star. You can also see it on the Tesla logo. The Tesla logo is not only ovaries, because every single thing Tesla does, Elon does, has to be connected with sex as well. Even his trucking company is called Semi. That's a sexual term. But it goes into this wheel with the 8 different corners, just like the occult calendar will. It's crazy. And Kanye also, that's his symbol as well. It's Polaris or Ishtar, just like the Tesla logo, just like all these logos. This is interesting. Here's a DARPA logo. You got the Illuminati pyramid eye looking down on the world. And they're who created DARPA LifeLog. And when this ended, that's when Facebook came out. So Jaws, the connection, like this is a storyline being played out. This is all a Hollywood film that we're watching. This is where I'm getting at. This is where I'm landing. Is that every single thing on the world stage that we're seeing right now is planned to move the culture into a certain direction. I don't know where that direction is. It seems like microchips from Elon and the 2030 agenda, the green stuff. It seems like that's what they're writing. Got to tell what they're going to do before they do it. That's how black magic works, or magic works. But it's all just a movie script. And if you watch 007, 007 is the Facebook logo. It's the 2-ball cane, and that was John Dee, who was an occultist for the British Empire. You can see it's just a storyline. And it goes into the Anglo-American establishment, written by Carroll Quigley. Carroll Quigley mentored Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton went to Yale with Hillary Clinton. It's very weird. So we got like 800 people up in here. Make sure you hit that like button. And just another shout out to anyone who's joined the Patreon. The Patreon, we release extra content there, and it's a great way to support us on this channel. Everybody loves this Elon, and he's releasing these Twitter files showing you how Biden's smoking crack and whatnot. That makes no sense. First off, all these channels are like, oh, Elon's revealing this stuff. It's like, no. Why would a company sell him these files? Why wouldn't they have deleted the files? And he's only sharing a certain thing. He's not sharing everything. Like, what is he not sharing? He's just trying to build your trust as they're giving us these heroes for people to trust. I mean, you got to trust Elon. He's going to put the transhumanism chips into your brains. So I don't know. I don't trust it. Anybody that trusts this it seems like everybody does, but yeah. Anyway, it's Donut. Hello, I'm going to say hello to everybody. Hello to South Australia. Hello, Buffalo, New York, San Diego, California, Maryland, Florida. What up, though, Edgar? What up, California, Florida, New Zealand, the UK, Denmark, Illuminati News, Texas, Colorado, Canada. Aloha. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Well, thank you so much. Make sure you hit that like button again. Go support us on Patreon. We're going to be releasing more content. And God bless you. Here goes the outro. Should I do another outro too? I got that commercial. The commercial is really funny. I'll go to that too. Yo, what up? It's Donut, and you gotta subscribe to our Patreon. Our Patreon got a ton of exclusive content. Get access to amazing interviews, unreleased content, early access to presentations we have not yet released. Yo, so Goblin Life said, why my subs dropped so much? As you could... Oh, you're on YouTube right now. So you're on the backup channel on YouTube. That's where I've been streaming. But we shadow banned over here at the Donut Factory. Demonetized heavily and all that. You know what I mean? So we really appreciate your support. Goblin Life. I tricked everybody. We can keep going. We can read the definitions. The era of the Gimpy. Yeah, YouTube's whack. But YouTube is like super essential in a sense because it's Google and that's what everybody uses is Google. Yes, you caught the live. Well, thank you, everybody. I really appreciate it. Oh, hello there, Lisa. I really appreciate everybody's support. Much love, and God bless y'all.